Hey, what's up, guys? Travis Brady from SocePrep.com. We're going to kick another one of these questions, question 5 of 200. If you guys like this content, you can check me out over at SocePrep.com. Offer 20 hours of direct instruction to get you prepared for the SOCE, whether you're in a basic recruit training program or you want to transfer your certification from out of state to the beautiful state of Florida. So this question, question 5 of 200, you see the clock's ticking on me up here. It's just like the real thing that you're going to face when you sit down at Pearson VUE. Question says, the stimulus in the question says, what's the best definition of the Bill of Rights? It's listed below. So we're looking for the definition of the Bill of Rights. And a lot of the questions that you get on the SOCE are going to be just like that. Just quick one-liners. They're going to give you a stimulus, right? Stimulus is going to perk your ears up and tell you what you're looking for in the answer choices. And you should go through and play keep it or scratch it in the answer choices, right? So we're looking for contenders, right? I want to narrow my contenders down to as little as possible, right? If I can narrow it down to 2, I've got a coin flip. That's what I'm usually looking for. If I can narrow it down to 1, then obviously I pick the correct answer because they can only put 1 correct answer in the answer choices and 3 incorrect. And I know that kind of sounds like I'm insulting your intelligence, but you'd be surprised how many people look for correct answers and they get themselves so overwhelmed, but they don't use the probability in their favor and narrow them down. And sometimes you can flip that coin and pass these tests. So with that being said, we're looking for what? Bill of Rights. Let's say you have no knowledge whatsoever of what the Bill of Rights is. Don't give up on the question because maybe you know what's in the answer choices and you can confirm or deny, right? Just like a cop on the street. So A says the 7th article of the Constitution, right? The 7th article of the Constitution. Let's say I have no clue whatsoever, right? The 7th article of the Constitution. I'm just going to hold on to it, right? It's just confused me. Maybe I don't know what the 7th article in the Constitution is. A lot of people don't, right? A lot of people understand the first 3 articles of the Constitution, legislative, executive, and judicial. But when we start getting deep in the Constitution, some people get lost in the sauce. So let's just say we're going to hold on to it because we're not absolutely certain yet. So B says the first 10 amendments in our Constitution. So think about what that is. The first 10 amendments in the Constitution. Do you have a vision, right? First Amendment, what is it? Freedom of speech. Second Amendment, right to bear arms. Third, no quartering of troops. Fourth, no unreasonable search or seizure. Fifth, the right to not self-incriminate. 6, due process rights. 7, the right to sue if it's damages over $20 and negligence, right? Torts. 8, no cruel and unusual punishment, so on and so forth, right? So I don't really know if I want to get rid of that one yet because that sounds good to me, right? The first 10 amendments is what makes us American, right? I'm getting excited, but let's not get ahead of ourselves because we have to look at all our answer choices, right? C says the 14th Amendment, right? So what does the 14th Amendment do, right? Is it the Bill of Rights? I don't know. I don't think so because the 14th Amendment defines citizenship, law of blood, law of soil. It says that if you were born in the United States, you're a United States citizen, no matter where your parents came from. If they made their way into the country, even if it was illegally, and they dropped you on this soil, you're an American citizen. Right, so law of blood says, hey, if your parents are hippies, they're out on surf trips in Costa Rica, you're born in Costa Rica. Law of blood, your parents, hippies and surfing in Costa Rica, they had gave birth to you in another country, but you're still American, right? So law of blood, law of soil, it defines citizenship, and it gives equal protection to all of those citizens. So equal protections under the law, equal protections under the law, equal protections under the law. This is what states that you can't treat people differently than others, right? Depending on anything, right? Wealth, color of skin, anything, right? They get treated absolutely the same. So the 19th Amendment, D, the 19th Amendment says what, guys? It is the right for women to vote. They were granted the right to vote in the year 1920, right? So I'm going to scratch that as well because it's not the best definition of the Bill of Rights. Guys, the Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments in our Constitution. It's what makes us American, right? If you do not understand the Bill of Rights, guys, you're going to have to really dig in on this and start to understand it because you should not be policing on the streets and you will not pass the SOCE if you don't have a pretty good understanding of what the Bill of Rights is because I'm telling you, the governor is very serious about civics education. He is not going to have you guys out on the street arresting people if you do not understand the Bill of Rights. You will see this on the SOCE. I can guarantee it. If you're confused about what the first 10 amendments are, you need to go get on YouTube, go somewhere, get in a book, dig it out, and find a way to understand it. Get you some flashcards, put number 1 on the first side, the back. What are the 5 protections of the First Amendment, right? You should be able to cite that. Second, what is it? Third, what is it? Fourth, what is it? You better know the Fourth Amendment if you're going to be out policing on these streets. No unreasonable search and seizure, guys. That's what you're going to be doing all day, every day. If you don't understand that, then you're going to get yourself in trouble. and I don't want you guys to do that. So we're going to pick it. We're going to stick it. We're going to move on, guys. You see that clock's ticking on us, right? We don't want to waste our time, but we're not going to get anxiety about flying through these questions because the goal is to pick the correct answer, right? B was the correct answer. Again, guys, if I can help you out over at soceprep.com, I've got a bunch of free resources as far as guided notes. I give out 17 pages of free guided notes. If you want to go old school and study plan on your own, you can use your basic recruit training and your high liability books that were issued or you bought at your basic recruit training programs. And you can dig through and fill them out yourself. It's going to take you a lot more time than it would if you buy my program. Got over 20 hours of direct instruction and this actual test that you see right here with a bank of questions. It's going to give you a random 200, just like you're going to sit down and see whenever you sit for Pearson VUE and take the statewide officer certification exam. Hopefully you guys are getting prepared. You're going to pass it on the first round because it would be no fun to take that thing a second. And God forbid you had to take it a third time. The weight of the world is going to be falling down on you because we know what the consequences are if you fail it that third time. You're going to take your butt back to the basic recruit training program for 6 months, and nobody in their right mind wants to do that. So with that being said, guys, hit me up if I can help you out. soceprep.com. If I can't, make sure you got a plan. Have a blessed day. Thank you for your decision to go into a career service. Have a great day. Out.